Happy almost Thanksgiving, everybody. Max Scoville here on today's fix of entertainment news. The Star Wars galaxy will have more input from Dave Filoni moving forward. The Karate Kid galaxy is getting a little bit bigger with a new movie coming out next year. And the DC galaxy has found somebody to play Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen, in Superman Legacy. Let's get into it. Dave Filoni, who's likely a household name for a lot of Star Wars nerds already, is about to be even more involved with that galaxy far, far away, as he's stepping into a new role of Chief Creative Officer at Lucasfilm. The announcement comes by way of an article by Vanity Fair in which Filoni explains how this changes his involvement, saying, quote, "In the past, in a lot of projects, I would be brought into it. I would see it after it had already developed a good ways." He continues, "In this new role, it's open up to basically everything that's going on. When we're planning the future of what we're doing now, I'm involved at the inception phase." Filoni will work alongside Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy and head of development Carrie Beck. From the sound of things, it seems like he might be playing a similar role to Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige. How that'll pan out, we'll have to wait and see. Filoni's work does speak for itself, though. Most recently, Filoni oversaw the Disney Plus series Ahsoka, whose titular character he co-created for the Clone Wars, and which featured a number of other characters from Rebels, which he's also the co-creator of. Filoni worked closely on the Clone Wars with George Lucas before the Star Wars creator sold the company, and The Mandalorian is a result of close collaboration between Filoni and Jon Favreau, so he's definitely earned his new job. There are a handful of Star Wars movies in various states of development, one of which Filoni is currently attached to direct, and his new role at Lucasfilm certainly makes it seem like it has better chances of actually coming out, which is more than you can say for a lot of the Star Wars movie projects that have been announced or heavily rumored over the last decade. Aside from movies, we've got some more Star Wars shows to look forward to in the coming year, between Andor Season 2, The Acolyte, and Skeleton Crew, all of which are expected to hit Disney Plus sometime in 2024. Elsewhere in the world of beloved 1980s movie franchises that have since become original streaming shows, a new Karate Kid movie is planned for release in December of next year. According to an announcement from Sony Pictures, the film will see the original Karate Kid and Cobra Kai star Ralph Macchio returning yet again and sharing the screen with the legendary Jackie Chan, who is presumably reprising his role from the 2010 Karate Kid remake. As for who the titular kid will be, that's still being decided, and Sony is accepting audition videos for the central role, so it sounds like they're banking heavily on an unknown actor. This news likely has some fans scratching their heads, since the 2010 Karate Kid movie was essentially a remake of the first film, seemingly made with the intent of rebooting the franchise for a whole new audience. Shockingly, that new audience instead came by way of the Netflix original series Cobra Kai, which acted as a direct continuation of the original films, with the original Karate Kids now middle-aged martial artists. How does Jackie Chan fit in, though? That's kind of the weird part. Not complaining, but just curious. We'll find out soon enough. The film is expected to hit theaters December 13th, 2024. Speaking of rebooted timelines, the new DCU continues to grow with a couple new casting announcements from James Gunn's upcoming Superman Legacy. For starters, Jimmy Olsen, Superman's pal and budding Daily Planet photojournalist, will be played by Skylar Gisondo. This news comes by way of The Hollywood Reporter. Gisondo has shown up most recently in HBO's The Righteous Gemstones, as well as in supporting roles in Licorice Pizza and Booksmart, but he's got one of those IMDb pages that just kind of keeps going and going, and makes you realize how many places this dude has popped up. He's in Night at the Museum, he's in Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story, and he's in Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, where he played Gwen Stacy's little brother. Remember that? Anyway, hot on the heels of the long-rumored, finally announced casting of Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, The Hollywood Reporter also reports that his assistant Eve Teschemacher will be played by Portuguese Victoria's Secret model Sarah Sampaio. Teschemacher, the character, wasn't originally in the comics, but was created for Richard Donner's original Superman film, and she's popped up in the Arrowverse and Smallville since then. Superman Legacy won't hit theaters until July 2025, but I'm sure we'll have plenty more casting announcements between now and then to keep you busy. Now, before we go, just a heads up, the IGN Deals team is working their butts off all through this holiday week, and they are sifting through all of the noise and distraction and clutter to curate the best deals on games and tech and cool stuff that you'll actually care about for gifts for your friends or yourself. So check out IGN.com, follow IGN Deals on Twitter, and subscribe to the IGN Deals newsletter. Meanwhile, the IGN store also kicked off its Black Friday sale. It is the store's biggest sale ever. Hundreds of collectibles are on sale for up to 75% off. There are lots of popular IPs, Zelda, Star Wars, Kirby, that kind of thing. And they're limited quantities, so once they're gone, they are sold out. And finally, we're also having a sale on IGN Plus that'll reduce the price from $29.99 to $24.99. That'll run through Cyber Monday. It is the only sale of the year we do on IGN Plus, and it makes it basically $2 a month for your whole year. Of course, Plus gets you all of IGN with no ads, 15% off at the IGN store, free monthly games, and other cool stuff. And that about does it for your fix of entertainment news for November 22nd, 2023. We'll be off tomorrow and Friday for the Thanksgiving holiday, but you can always find all of the biggest news in gaming and entertainment around the clock by following IGN wherever you like to watch. Happy holidays, everybody. Go have some pie.